the Philippine 1 Piso coin of 1976 holds a unique place in the nation's numismatic history. It was minted during a period of political and economic transformation, with its design, metal composition, and symbolism reflecting a deeper story about the Philippines during the 1970s. In 1976, the Philippines was under the rule of President Ferdinand Marcos, who had declared martial law. In 1972, this period was marked by centralized power, strong infrastructure development, and significant nationalistic propaganda. Amid political repression, the government sought to strengthen national pride, and coins like the 1 Piso became part of this messaging. The 1 Piso coin of 1976 belonged to the Bagong Lipunan ABL series, which succeeded the Filipino series. Bagong Lipunan, meaning the new society, was a political slogan promoted by Marcos. It symbolized reforms and a new direction for the country under his authoritarian regime. Features the left-facing portrait of José Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. Republica ng Pilipinas, Republic of the Philippines. The year 1976 appears at the bottom, designed to reflect patriotism and the country's historical roots. Showcases the official seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, surrounded by the inscription, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. At the bottom, Bagong Lipunan, reinforcing the Marcos administration's New Society campaign. Reform and nationalism. Rizal stood for peaceful resistance and intellectual rebellion, traits that the Marcos government ironically appropriated during an era of martial law. The inclusion of Bagong Lipunan was a strategic move. Marcos wanted every Filipino to carry his political slogan in their pockets. Through coins and currency, the administration reinforced the idea of national transformation, often masking political suppression with symbolic reforms. The 1 Piso coin in 1976 had significant purchasing power, unlike today. For context, could buy a full meal or several basic goods in sari-sari stores. Inflation had not yet significantly devalued the peso, so coins were essential in daily life. Today, the 1976 1 Piso coin is a popular collector's item, especially in brilliant, uncirculated blue or mint state MS condition. Error coins like off-center, strikes, or double dies can fetch higher prices, typically valued from Philippine peso 20 to Philippine peso 300 plus, depending on condition, and even higher internationally among Filipino diaspora collectors. The coin is a time capsule from a turbulent yet formative period in Philippine history. It tells stories. Some believe the coin is made of silver. This is false. It's copper-nickel, though its shiny appearance and weight may confuse people. Another myth is that it's very rare. Not quite true, unless in mint condition or bearing an error. The Philippine 1 Piso 1976 coin is more than just currency. It's a symbol of a political era, a piece of Filipino heritage, and a treasured collectible, whether for its historical. During martial law 197 to 1981, President Ferdinand Marcos used national symbols including money to communicate his ideology. The Bagong Lipunan coin series was not just about currency, it was about influence. Coins like the 19761 Piso were deliberately minted with patriotic and state-aligned imagery to remind Filipinos daily of the new society vision. The repeated use of José Rizal's image, a nonviolent reformist who stood for education, nationalism, and justice, was ironic. The government portrayed itself as reformist, yet it suppressed opposition. This contradiction was embedded subtly into everyday life through things like currency. By 1976, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) had developed the capability to strike coins locally using equipment acquired in previous years. These coins were machine-pressed using high-pressure dies to ensure durability, as the government wanted coins that would last for years. The result was a well-crafted coin with crisp detail and clear text. In 1976, the Philippine economy was experiencing a mixture of foreign borrowing, infrastructure projects, and public debt. The Marcos regime had borrowed heavily from international lenders to fund national development projects. As inflation began to rise, there was a need for larger denomination coins. The 1 Piso replaced many lower-value denominations that were becoming obsolete in daily use. The move to introduce a larger, more durable 1 Piso coin reflected inflationary pressure on the currency. In the early 70s, paper bills of smaller denominations like 1 peso and 5 pesos were common, but due to wear and tear, the central bank began transitioning to coins The 19761 Piso coin was part of that shift, providing longer circulation life compared to paper bills. This move reduced production and replacement costs, aligning with broader fiscal policies to manage government spending. The ABL coins, including the 1976 1 Piso, were among the first to feature consistent themes across denominations. The goal was to create a unified, easily recognizable coinage set. All coins in this series had the 1976 1 Piso. Coin circulated widely across the Philippines, from urban centers like Manila and Cebu to rural towns in Mindanao and northern Luzon. It became one of the most commonly held coins among Filipinos during the late 1970s and early 1980. During the Marcos administration, many government exhibitions, museums, and trade expos, especially in Manila and Quezon City, displayed the ABL series as examples of the new society's progress. The 19761 Piso was often part of official displays, showcasing national development. Beyond its monetary use, the coin carried an indirect message of loyalty to the state. In schools and public spaces, posters and educational materials used coins to teach nationalism and discipline, to key tenets of the Bagong Lipunan doctrine. Because the 1 Piso had high value during the late 1970s, fake coins began appearing in some